When Emeka walked away, Nnenna began to pace up and down. Have I worsened an already terrible situation? She asked herself in the quietness of her room. Should I move to another village? She pondered aloud. She shook her head. My whole life is here. I don't know what to do anymore. Nena blurted out in frustration, sinking into a nearby seat. That morning, she woke up and became afraid of going outside. What if an army of villagers are in front of my house holding spears and fire, ready to kill my son and I? Nena thought to herself. She tiptoed around the house to her window. She peeked through her window, but she saw no one. She waited for another hour and peeked again and saw no one. She felt momentarily relieved and decided to go to work just like every other day. She was so uneasy as she made her way to her stall at the market. She decided to take her son with her to the market rather than take him to school. If they attack us, I can run away with my son, she said to herself. She also relocated the bottled leopard. She decided to keep it inside a tree. She had carved out a tiny safe inside the tree and hid the bottle there. Throughout market that day, Nena jumped at any slightest sound. She turned sharply towards any loud song or sound and almost turned into a leopard when the man who grinded tomatoes turned on his machine. This continued for weeks until one night when Nnenna had had enough. She decided to face her problem squarely rather than just sit still and expect the worst. I have to take the bull by the horn, she reasoned to herself. Meanwhile, Emeka had been hiding in his house since the day he left Nnenna's house angrily. He had been afraid for his life. He was only a petty thief and wanted to steal some money from her house when he saw what had happened. Now that she has refused to give in to my demands, she has probably concluded plans to end me, Emeka thought to himself. If her son can single-handedly devour those men, what chance do I have at survival against the mother? He thought. He wished he had just minded his business and pretended that he never saw anything. He should have even run away because she would have picked up his scent that day but could not find him, and I presented myself to her by myself. He blurted out, looking around fearfully through the little hole he had made in his window. Emeka jumped at any animal sound and could not sleep for weeks. He went from round and chubby to sickly and frail in a few weeks. He only comes out during the day and would be moving like he had hot coals under his feet while purchasing items. He would open his eyes wide, looking fearfully from side to side like a confused ghost. Once he was done purchasing, he would run back to his house and shut the door swiftly, panting like someone who had just escaped a charging bull. He would then stay inside, eating what he had bought till they would finish. One night, while he was eating and thinking about his lonely existence and what he had gotten himself into, he had a knock on the door. Who is that? He shouted. Panic could be sensed all over his voice. It's me, Nnenna. Nnenna replied, and Emeka froze into a position. She had come to kill me, he said to himself. As he became frantic, his heart raced and his legs shook. What do you want? Emeka asked, almost like a whisper, as he looked around the house and found nothing that could defend him against a leopard attack in his home. He then mustered courage. If she would kill me, I shouldn't be cowering, he consoled himself, moving towards the door like an undecided ghost. He unlocked the door and peered through. What do you want? He said with the last courage in his body. Let me in, Nnenna said politely. Emeka swallowed hard as he opened the door with his shaking hands. As soon as she stepped into his living room and shut the door behind her, he fell on the floor and began to beg her not to kill him. It was the devil. Nnenna was taken aback. She hadn't even thought about silencing him by ending his life. At first, she thought he was acting, but then her instinct assured her that he was being very sincere. Nnenna played along and told him he had she had come to tell him she had forgiven him as long as he let her and her son live their lives in peace. She further added that if he spoke to anyone about them and they get banished into the forest, she would come at night and devour him and his generation and anyone that shared his blood. Emeka agreed and kept to his promise. Nnenna and her son continued living a quiet life until they moved to another village in search of greener pastures. The lesson to be learned from this story is that greed can lead to destruction. Emeka's insatiable desire for money and power drove him to extort Nnenna, putting her family's safety at risk. His greed ultimately led to his downfall. The story also teaches us to be mindful of the secrets we keep and the people we share them with. The story also showcases the importance of family and protecting one's loved ones. It also demonstrates the lengths to which a parent will go to ensure their child's safety. Outsmarting our enemies is key to survival. Intelligence and quick thinking can just be as powerful as physical strength. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.